In this video, I want to show you how to use Webflow's new localization feature to create a multilingual website, and it's actually pretty easy. The first thing we need to do is to go here into the settings panel and set up our localization. So we need to first set up what is the primary locale of our website. And in this case, English is the first one. Now, in this case, let's try to add Spanish to our website and see how that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new locale. And I'm going to select, let me type Spanish and pick Spanish. By default, it's going to create a subdirectory with ES, which is the tag for Spanish, usually the language code. And I'm going to enable publishing to the subdirectory. So I'm going to save that. And once I've saved that and do save changes, now you will see that we have this new drop-down menu here that has English and Spanish. So if I'm going to go ahead and select the Spanish, basically I'm going to see my website again. However, if I'm going to go ahead here and change some of the text, let's just say hola here, and save that, now I've basically made change that only applies to the Spanish and not to the English. And you can go ahead and see that the English one was not affected. And this logic here works pretty much the same as cascading logic that we have for everything, like responsiveness and classes. The top level is the English, and that's the kind of like master, and overrides that we're making in the Spanish or other locales do not affect the English, but the changes in the English do affect the Spanish. Now, you don't have to go ahead and translate everything manually. You can select an element and right-click it and translate to Spanish, and Webflow is going to use AI to completely, do everything and translate this for you. That being said, there's a lot of text here, so if I want to very quickly, translate everything, I'm just going to go here and select the body, which is basically the element that holds everything, and I'm just going to do translate to Spanish to translate the whole page, and now the whole page has been translated to Spanish. Some things here break, and we might want to go ahead and fix this. For example, inicio de sesión, it's pretty long for a button. Let's just change this to maybe inicio or something like this. I think that looks good. So we can use AI to do the first very fast translation, and then go ahead and make changes and fixes just as we want them. So this is basically how we now have a translated duplicate, but now we have to give users a way for them to actually pick which language they want to do. And to do that, Webflow enables us with actually a new element that we have. Let's go ahead and add it to, not to the Spanish. As I've mentioned, I can't add new elements to the Spanish because I have to make all the changes or elements specifically in the top level, which is the English, and they will be created in the Spanish version as well. So as you can see, let's go here and add the language switchers in the footer, actually right here in this footer line 3. Webflow gives us a new element here that is called locales list. And this is very, very similar to a collection list in the CMS, which basically means this is just going to be a list of elements depending on how many locales you have. We have 2 right now, but we might have 10 or more. So let's bring that in here into our footer and see what that gives us. Okay, so first of all, it's aligned to the left, but maybe let's kind of like justify them. So this is on the left and this is on the right. This is great. Let's see how this is structured. So basically here we have locales wrapper. Inside we have locale list, and inside we have a locale item, which inside has the link itself. Again, structure is very, very similar to the ones that we have in a collection item. If I want to put them one next to each other, I'm going to select the locales list, and let's change that to a flex box, horizontal flex box, and give it a gap of 15 pixels. And now we basically have a list. Of course, we can turn them into a drop-down menu or whatever we want to do with them, but right now we already have 2 links that can operate as language switcher, and I can go ahead and publish the website right now with the 2 locales and test this out and see that we do have a multilingual website in minutes. Very, very cool and very, very powerful new feature from Webflow.